don't you stop running away from me, 'cause you know there's no place to go. And I know what you think, it's the end of the world. And I know you're not the same.
I think Corey has extraordinary talent, and when I stumbled into a club through a family connection, it was the way I was turned on to Corey. I walked in and my jaw dropped.
I think in the past couple years I've probably done 60 plus shows, 70 plus shows maybe, and yeah, like I when I was little, like I just thought the guitar was almost like a thing that just kids had to do, like they had to play an instrument or whatever. But then eventually I just really started to like it, and it was something that turned into more of a passion.
Sand on a lonely beach, just running against the force of a rushing crowd. You're finding the destination is far out of reach, and that your scream.
In a studio, it's a lot harder to find that inspiration. That's when you really kind of have to concentrate, for me anyway, and focus and really try to find the inspiration within yourself. And like what I want in the guitar, I hear how I want the drums to sound, I hear how I want the bass to sound, I hear other things. Even when I'm in the middle of like recording a song, we'll play the song back and I'll get all these ideas that just kind of run through my mind. So cautious, but obviously when I'm playing with experienced musicians, that weight is kind of off my shoulders. It's more of a collaboration thing at that point. I'm not so worried about what I want to hear. I'm more interested in what they're going to play. How they're going to feel about the song as soon as they start playing it or hear it or whatever, like their ideas. So I'm not necessarily too worried about that what they're going to come up with isn't going to be good enough, or it's not going to be what I want, because I think that having more personalities in music like that, rather than just one personality, it's just more musical to me. There's more things to listen to, and so playing with experienced musicians it's great. When I listen to this record, I can just really listen to it and I think this is in balance. I just felt it was the best word to describe just the atmosphere of it. It's just a balance of everything, and there's a good balance in the playing, and it's in balance, I guess. So new things come to me that I really like, and then just keeps moving on to newer things. But there's main ones that always stay, that I always listen to, and those are that's Jimi Hendrix and Stevie Ray Vaughan and Jeff Beck and Joe Satriani. Like those are the big guitar guys that I kind of really got into early on, kind of thing. And so then I always stick with those guys. But they always change. On the record, I'd say my biggest influence on the record probably is Jimi Hendrix. I always try to make sure I'm thinking about that when I'm playing. It's just it makes things easier for me if I think, well, how would he approach this? With the whole Hendrix thing, he had enormous hands, and so he could get his whole hand around the neck, and his whole thumb could come over the neck. just stuff like that. You can just constantly groove to it for like forever, really. Like I could play that for hours and hours and never get bored. I constantly figure out new things and find new rhythms and new funky little things that just keep me going. So that's one thing that I've learned from Hendrix, and I try to apply that into all of my playing, really. Like I think I find that to enhance the sound a little bit when you're always playing that bass line with your thumb. All my influences tie into everything. I couldn't even separate where people have hit, like, have really made a mark on me as far as inspiration goes, like, and to what part of my playing does that person factor in, you know what I mean? It's just everything ties into everything. I find even listening to guys like Miles Davis and John Coltrane, like, that is really cool to listen to a trumpet player and a saxophone player and trying to apply it to guitar. That's even harder, and it's a totally new thing that comes to you than listening to a guitar player. So I find that's really great too, definitely, to be listening, not necessarily to guitar players, but listen to guys who just musicians, listen to piano players and trumpet players and stuff like that. So I think that all ties into your playing, and I think you can get a better result out of your playing if you broaden your interests in music.